My name is Peter Kotenko. I'm a research director at the Renal Research Institute, and I'd like to welcome you all to the 22nd International Conference on CKD and Dialysis here in Los Angeles. So the conference actually started already yesterday, as quite a few of you may have noticed, with the 12th International Pediatric Nephrology Meeting, as organized by Dr. Maria Ferris from University of North Carolina, in collaboration with colleagues from other universities. It's actually now for 22 years that RRI hosts this conference. And from its inception, the goal of this conference was really to bring a diverse group of people together, nephrologists, engineers, basic scientists, because it's our firm belief that we just have so much to learn from each other. And we hope that the setting of the conference provides ample opportunities for you to interact, to exchange ideas, and to learn from each other. And because we really think it's the prerequisite for advancing our field. We also firmly recognize the vital importance of the partnership between nurses and physicians. Renal nurses and nephrologists work day in, day out, shoulder to shoulder, so why should they attend different conferences? In that spirit, we have a nurse care team track at this conference. Actually, we started 2 years ago and has grown, but this year it is really taking off. And it's very fitting that the WHO designated 2020, as many of you will know, as the year of the nurse, marking 200 years since the birth of Florence Nightingale, who established the principles of modern nursing and hospital sanitation. Nightingale founded the first nursing school in hospital in London in 1860. She wrote some 200 books and scientific reports, and remarkably, she was the first woman to be admitted to the Royal Statistical Society because of her work on statistical infographics. And so this actually makes her, in a way, this really almost perfect nurse scientist, in a way. Unfortunately, and many in the audience know this, nursing has lost its luster in many quarters. So most posts, including renal nurses, are hard to fill. In many countries, no profession has a higher number of vacancies. In the last decade, the shortage of nurses will remain the big problem for the healthcare system. And worldwide, there will be short 7.6 million nurses, which is a third of the number of today. So to turn this tide, hospitals and healthcare providers like us have to make this more attractive, and we have to work really on means to foster the relationship and especially with physicians, and by setting up professional development and leadership training. So the goal of this nurse care team track this year is really to provide an opportunity for nurses and nephrologists to further advance jointly the working relationship. And this nursing track would not have been possible without Seth Johnson, who I'd like now to join me on the stage, and maybe he wants to say a few words about his thoughts concerning the nursing care team track this year.
Well, good morning, and thank you very much, Peter, for the little history and statistics that you have given about nursing. And we are here to continue the legacy of Florence Nightingale. I mean, this conference, traditionally has been featuring scientists, nephrologists, physicians, and engineers. And somewhere around 2 years ago, we thought it wise that we have to introduce a nursing track. As we know, when it comes to quality patient care, doctors are incomplete without nurses. And vice versa, nurses are also incomplete without doctors. So over the years, we have actually worked in an atmosphere of mutual respect, a functional trust, and then open communication. And this is another time that we can actually demonstrate this, by introducing the nursing track into this conference. 2 years ago when we started, we just had a handful of nurses who attended. And then last year, we We came close to doubling the number, but today I'm actually told that we have about 70 nurses who have actually registered. And this is very impressive. You know, our goal is to really continue to expand it. I mean, spread the word wide so that, you know, nurses will be part of this conference as well. This would not have been possible. This would not have been possible because of the nursing team, the committee, you know, made up of course, Peter is there, and then Lisa Pacelli, Ann Preston, Lillian Prell, Laura Rosales, and then Terry Sullivan. I want to give them a hand of applause. And we hope that as this conference actually grows, you know, 22 years in the making, this is the third time we are holding it, and we believe that, it's going to gain grounds. But nurses and any other person who is here, I welcome you to come to learn, to collaborate, and then to network. Learn, collaborate, and then to network. Thank you very much.
Yeah, at this place, I also would like to thank the program committee for the pediatric conference and also for the general nephrology conference. So as said earlier, Maria Ferris led the pediatric course together with Joseph Flynn, John Mahan, and also Laura Rosales was on the program committee. For the main conference, the program committee members came actually from 10 universities in 6 countries, because we really tried to get an understanding of the international needs in that respect. So on the program committee were John de Gerdes, Maria Ferris, Tom Golper, then Martin Kuhlmann, Robert Philo-Pecois, Jochen Reimann, Laura Rosales, Isaac Teitelbaum, Stefan Theis, and Mark Unruh. So really, thanks to the program committee again. I'd like to give them a hand, and because, you know, it's not really easy to take a few hours out of a daily of a busy day and spend time on conference calls to come up with topics and speakers. So before we start the program, a few important housekeeping and organizational things. First, your evaluation is really important to us. It's extremely important because it helps us to develop a better conference, and we really listen. So whenever you shoot an email to me or to Crystal or someone else or Laura, we really take notice, and we try to improve the conference from year to year. So please provide your feedback. Also, in order to receive continuing medical education, please complete the feedback survey that will be sent to you directly after the event via email. And after completing the feedback survey, you will be routed to a test for the hours you participate, and you can download your certificate. Now, finally, the conference would have been impossible without the passion and dedication of Crystal Johnson, our senior meeting planner. I don't know if she's in the room. Oh, here she is. Crystal, thank you. And Laura Rosales, where is she? Where's Laura? Oh, here. Thank you, Laura. The two of them have really worked tirelessly to pull this off and to make this a good experience. Now, I think what would be great now if we could have a brief introduction into the app, because the app is a very useful means of communication, and Kim is kind enough just to walk us through, and I think there may be a few slides you would want to share, and Kim.
Thank you so much. So, thank you, Peter. As you already know, there's a mobile app to access conference materials. Please reference the slide behind me for download instructions if you have not already done so. Once you've entered the app, you'll have access to conference schedule, abstracts, speaker bios, and general conference information. One important feature that we'll be using over the next few days will be the use of live polling and Q&A. This can be accessed by going into each specific session within the conference schedule under the survey link and submitting your questions directly via the app for the panel discussions. If you have any questions about anything regarding the app, such as download instructions or live polling and Q&A, please visit the desk outside the ballroom doors and we'll be able to assist you. Thanks.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you. So please don't hesitate to let Kim and her team know if there are any issues with this app. Now, before closing the welcome address, I really want to point out that this conference was endorsed by several international organizations. First and foremost, the International Society of Nephrology, the National Kidney Foundation, the International Society for Hemodialysis, and IPNA. And really, we want to thank them. I want to thank them for their endorsement. Also, we have a new CME partner, and we are very, very proud that Columbia University, in collaboration with Ametco, is providing the CME credits for this conference. And we really hope moving forward to further foster this relationship. Okay, I wish you really enjoyable days here at the conference, and invite you to make use of the ample opportunities to interact and really to exchange thoughts, so that this is a really valuable meeting for you. As said, we have the nurse care team track, so there will be sessions where nurses and let's say physicians and scientists will be together in certain sessions. In other sessions, they are more specific topics for one or the other group, but we really want to encourage this mingling.